Hello, boys and girls. Hello, internet. How is things? I should say. Terrible English there. Yes, I'm Keith. I'm bored now. Back with you for another live stream, a sort of a special live stream. And the reason behind this one is because I just reached the 70 subscribers mark. So thank you very much for all the new subscribers. One moment I was on 64, and before I knew it, I was way up to 70. So thank you, whoever you are, to the newbies. I know who a few of you are because I spoke to you and you made a point of subscribing on the spot. So thank you very much. And so yes, the channel keeps growing, which is great news, obviously. And, since we're in a bit of a dire state here in the UK at the moment, in case you haven't been reading the news, in case you've been living under a rock, then rather than get too negative, I thought I'd kick back and enjoy some Cheers, some of the classic sitcom, one of my favourite ever sitcoms. So I've got the pilot episode lined up. I'm going to watch that, maybe watch another episode, and maybe some more comedy after that. Who knows? But Cheers, one of my favourite shows, one of my favourite sitcoms, certainly. And it also makes sense actually because, as some of you all know from my Fright Fest reviews or comments, I watched a film actually this time last week. Well, around about it was a bit earlier, but one of the screenings at Fright Fest was this film called Bliss, and that featured none other than George Witt of Cheers fame. He was in the film, which I couldn't believe, and I immediately marked out. But George Witt was in Bliss, so that was certainly a nice surprise. So that's even more reason to watch an episode of Cheers. Of course, he is Norm, as he always been known, Norm from Cheers. So here we are with this special stream. Also, I just got back from the pictures not too long ago. I watched an episode, or I went to see, sorry, Cruel, the brand new horror movie, the directed by the director of Switchblade Romance, amongst other things. The alligator movie set in the Florida swamps with Kara Sadako, I believe you say her name, and I had a pretty good time with it, but I won't give too much away because I'm going to be doing a video review of Crawl, which I might do after this if if this doesn't end too late, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, that review of Crawl is coming up on the channel. That's one of the things you can expect. Also, I'm going to be catching up with the latest episode of Euphoria. That'll be tomorrow, so you can expect a review of that. Hello, Howard Sky, the first person on for tonight. How are you? Good to have you back again. I'm just going to line this episode of Cheers up. Make sure actually, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the subtitles on and mute the sound because I don't want to take any chances of any more copyright strikes, because sometimes they get you with the sort of the sound from the screen. Okay, this is good. It seems to be muted and on and the subtitles are up. So there you have it. I'm going to be putting Cheers episode 1, season 1 on, the pilot. It's called Give Me a Ring Sometime. It's how it all started. Harold's guy, so how are you doing? Hopefully no issues with the stream tonight. But I'll put the episode on anyway and we can talk. And we'll see how it goes. Sam making his grand entrance, Ted Danson, the role that made him famous, looking very flashy, looks like an extra from Saturday Night Fever or something. And that is some 80s hair. Hello, M Beast. Thank you for showing up. You're a newbie. How much trunks do you drive and how much barbecue do you eat? Well, I don't really eat barbecue, although I do have meat. And the trunks comment, I have no idea. I have no idea how to translate that. So, but certainly that's a different question. I'll give you that. I'm just going to put the subs on because they don't seem to be on. Right, subtitles. Let's see if this works out. Episode selection. Okay, so this is the pilot of Cheers, Give Me a Ring Sometime. How are you, Mr. Beast? Cheers is one of those comedies where it pretty much got going to a strong start from the off. I remember the first season of Seinfeld was pretty bad, to be honest. It was a long way from what it would become and took a bit of getting going. I mean, Cheers wasn't at its peak level from the start. It did take a few seasons, but even so, I think for a first season, this is pretty good. As we see the kid trying to fob Sam off, trying to get a beer out of him. Military ID. And it turns out the kid would have to be 38 if the date of birth is the truth, which he's clearly not. I mean, I'm sure the actor is older than he's playing, but no, I wouldn't say 38. And we have the classic Cheers theme, one of the best themes in all of television, and those classy opening titles. Just something about a classic pub, a classic drinking saloon. It's a shame I can't really play you a bit. I don't want to get caught out by the copyright police, but but pretty great opening. And the kid leaves, and in enters Diane Chambers, Shirley Long. I think this is, yeah, one of the great sets, one of the great sitcom sets. Just the way it's used almost as a stage and how much they get out of it just physically. It's almost like theatre mixed with comedy. And Diane's off to a winner with this chump. Great physical reactions there. I love he's got a mouthful of food, and so he's trying to backpedal and mime into her. And Diane immediately makes herself at home in the bar, answering the telephone. I love that. It's just like the perfect thing just to say, yeah, you're gonna be staying here a while. You're gonna be around. And the chemistry is immediately there between Sam and Diane. Sumner, his name is such a sort of a cheesy, douchey sort of middle class name. If either of you have any questions, then just ask away. Just ask me anything. I'm going to be watching Cheers, but I'll respond in any case. This is an open forum. We can talk about anything within reason. He says he'll be back in 10 minutes. I feel a scream sort of gag coming on here. Never say you'll be back. Sam says he'll keep both eyes on her. I bet you will, Sam. Basically, I'm obsessed with Shelley Long just for this show alone. She is just so fantastic, just so perfect. And I think the character for a female character on a sitcom was ahead of its time. I think Cheers was really good at that, just really pushing things and really having that balance, and where Diane, she could be one of the guys and sort of goof up and play a prank and sort of have her be the butt of the jokes, like guys would. But at the same time, she was a really well rounded, smart character. And, she had some of the feminine sort of qualities. So she was ahead in of her time in allowing to be one of the boys essentially. And it's the same with Carla. I mean, if you think of Carla, a totally different female character. So the fact that they were both on the same show just shows you how good the writing was in Cheers of the female characters and how it was ahead of its time. And here we come, Carla, with a lightning entrance. Very paranoid there, assuming they're going to give her shit for being late. And Coach is such a little teddy bear, such a clueless and charming old man. Norm! Here he comes, storming Norm, always with a line to enter the bar. And we get the proper introduction. Sam Mayday Malone. How long is the Wimp convention in town? Great line from Carla. The bathroom's next to the bedroom. Go figure. Coach has already got confused about Diane, thinking she's a hooker. I'm definitely doing a Cheers rewatch soon. In fact, I've not seen all of it. I've definitely not seen. There's a lot of them, but it's such a classic. Alien buckets. They're debating the sweatiest movie ever made. Such an important conversation. Mr. Cliff Craven. Of course, John Ratzenberger has the honour of appearing in every Pixar movie. So the Crawl review will be up soon. And Sam really feels badly for Diane. I think it immediately shows then there is substance to him, then he's a lot more than just a sort of a douchey sort of woman's man. So yeah, Saw Crawl today. I'll be reviewing that for the channel. As I said, Euphoria episode 4. I'll be watching that and reviewing that tomorrow. And also a Fright Fest special video, catching up with that and what I got up to and what I saw at Fright Fest. Of course, I did a preview video which is up on the channel. And I'll be getting back in the swing of things. Obviously, things have been a bit slow while I've been away. But I'll be getting back into Buffy, Glow as well, which I made a start on, season 3. There'll be more Stranger Things. I need to pan out a schedule though, definitely. I should actually say big plans are afoot for October, as I will be doing my own marathon of horror movies. The plan is to try and watch at least one a day and get up some reviews. And there will either be some special live streams for horror movies, horror watches on the stream, so you guys can take part in that. There will be some real big hitters coming up and some more obscure stuff. But I know we've been doing the nightmare films on here, so probably do the next one of those. But yeah, I have some big stuff planned for October. There will be like classic Cronenberg, classic Carpenter with the Halloween, all sorts B movies. I'll be doing a B movie called The Curtain, the original Black Christmas, all sorts of reviews and fun to come in the month of October, which we are fast approaching. Oh boy, so we immediately get this competitive streak between the two of them, and Sam's ability just to push all her buttons, and the spark which comes from that. But again, these really moments of pathos when Sam sort of puts his mouth in it, really, and then he immediately feels bad. You can see that. Poor Diane. What a jerk. Love Diane's laughter. And Diane remembers the order, which sort of rings a bell in her. Then she might actually be perfect for the waitressing job after all. Too much information, Diane. They just want their drinks. And there you have it. That's the pilot of Cheers. Pretty great. Really sets the stage. So I think I'll be watching another one, but I'll just get something to eat. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, gonna go straight into episode 2, and that is Coach's Daughter. 1, 2, 3. I do like the Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience thing. Always a nice touch. Diane always looking down on Sam's lady friend is always entertaining. I do have it on my list of things to do to go and visit the Cheers bar in Boston. It's a real landmark. That would be so cool. Just to have my photo taken there, to have a pint there, assuming they serve pints, which I think they do. I think it is a natural bar. Now, of course, Diane, with her idea to do like a drawing of all the customers, which is just so great, like a caricature. And it's all coming flooding back, of course. The coach names the glasses. The Wilson brothers. Norman. Coach's daughter, Lisa. I'm pretty sure she's played by the actress out of Moonlighting, another classic 80s series. The one who plays like the secretary in Moonlighting. And she's absolutely delightful. So naturally beautiful, so charming. On a lizard, not a horse, as Diane intended. Love Coach's reaction as Lisa comes in. You can really tell how much he's just swept up in his daughter. Oh, I've got the first like of the night. Awesome. And here is the doofus himself. I want to say he looks a bit like a more shaggy Sean Penn. Roy. Oh, hello, Neptune. A different name now, I see. I'm guessing Jamie must be your real name. Hello. I've been watching. Okay, okay, good. Nice to have your real name. Thank you for showing up. Been watching some episodes of Cheers, the classic sitcom, one of my favourite sitcoms. On episode 2 now, Coach's daughter. How are things with you? It really is. Such a classic. I'm planning on doing a rewatch of it soon. I love the fact that even though the guys in the bar are kind of jerks themselves, they can really spot how much of a jerk this guy is, and they're looking out for Coach and his daughter, which is really sweet. I think that's what makes the characters work, and certainly Sam, the fact that he does have something to him. Okay, fair enough. So I take it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I just got back from Fright Fest on Tuesday. I got back. Was there for almost a week volunteering, and yeah, had a great time. It's such a good experience. So much fun. Saw lots of free films, got lots of free gifts, and talked to some fantastic people. You just get chatting to everyone there. It's really great. And of course, I did a preview video, and I will be doing a review video, and I've been reviewing it on my radio show as well. Some great recommendations, including the film Bliss, which, as I said, features Norm himself from Cheers. George Whipt is in it, which is amazing. Um, and how that came about is the guys in Bliss, they were in Reanimator the musical, believe it or not. And George Whipt was in that, so that's how they know him. Yeah, I volunteer on community radio here in Lancaster. Well, I'm in Morecambe, but in Lancaster, a nearby town. And I do a film show once a week. So, yeah, you can check that out. Been doing it just over 2 years now, about 2.5 years. He's even more disgusting when he's around food. I don't know why, but that line just tickles me. Yeah, it's beyond radio, so you can find it online. My show's on the Thursday at 8 o'clock, so you can listen live on the internet, or there's a catch-up service. So yeah, last week I did a Fright Fest special. It was part one of two because I saw 9 films at Fright Fest, so I thought rather than cram it all into one episode, I thought I'd do a double. So yeah, part two next week on Thursday. And I normally what the show normally is I talk about genre, the history of genre, so from the start and all that. And I also review new films. But yeah, genre I'm on sci-fi at the moment, which obviously is a biggie. So much to talk about in sci-fi. But as I said, Fright Fest at the moment, and then the week after next, I will be talking about the little known Back to the Future films. So that's coming up. And I do lists occasionally as well. Like I did top 10 Christmas films last year. I did most of the biggies. I'll be doing a top 50 list.